Have you ever wondered what you'd do if you heard a noise downstairs in the middle of the night? For one woman, that nightmare became a reality, but what she did next is something straight out of an action movie. This is the story of how a quiet evening turned into a fight for survival, and how one person's courage can make all the difference. It was a Tuesday night, just like any other. The moon was high, the streets were silent, and our hero, let's call her Sarah, was getting ready for bed. She lived alone in a cozy two-story house at the end of a quiet suburban street. She loved her home. It was her sanctuary. Little did she know that sanctuary was about to be violated. As she was brushing her teeth, she heard a faint sound from downstairs. A scrape, a muffled thud. At first, she dismissed it. The house was old, it made noises. But then she heard another sound, more distinct this time. It was the sound of the sliding glass door at the back of her house, the one leading to the patio, being forced open. Her heart leaped into her throat. This was not the house settling. Every horror movie scenario flashed through her mind. Hide under the bed. Climb out the window. Call the police. Her hands trembled as she reached for her phone on the nightstand. But then a different feeling washed over the fear, anger. This was her home, her safe space, and someone dared to break into it to threaten her peace. She knew the layout of her house like the back of her hand. She knew the intruders had come in through the back, probably assuming the front door was more secure. They'd be expecting to sneak around, to take their time. They wouldn't be expecting a confrontation. And that's when a plan started to form in her mind, a risky, audacious plan. Instead of hiding, Sarah decided to meet them. But not from the top of the stairs, not from a place of weakness. She would meet them at the front. She crept silently out of her bedroom, her bare feet making no sound on the carpeted hallway. She didn't go towards the stairs leading down to the living room where the intruders were. Instead, she went to the front door, with her phone in one hand, ready to dial 911 at a moment's notice. She used her other hand to quietly unlock the front door's deadbolt. Click, then the doorknob. Click. She took a deep, steadying breath, swung the door wide open, and stepped out onto her front porch, right under the bright porch light. Then she started screaming. Not a scream of terror, but a scream of pure, unadulterated rage. Get out of my house. Get out. I'm calling the police. Everyone, I'm being robbed. Her voice echoed through the silent street. Lights in neighboring houses began to flicker on. A dog started barking. Back inside, the intruders froze. They had expected a sleeping, defenseless victim. They had planned a quiet, stealthy burglary. What they got was an alarm they couldn't shut off, a spotlight on their activities, and an entire neighborhood waking up. Panic set in. They heard her voice coming from the front of the house. They had come in through the back, but she was at the front. It was confusing, disorienting. Their plan was shattered. They scrambled, tripping over furniture in the dark, desperate to get out the same way they came in. They didn't grab a single thing. Their only thought was to escape. They burst back out the patio door and disappeared into the darkness of the backyard, just as the first police sirens could be heard in the distance. When the police arrived, they found Sarah on the front porch, phone in hand, calmly explaining what happened to her neighbors, who had rushed out to help. She had turned the tables on her attackers, not with force, but with sheer cleverness and courage. She took their element of surprise and used it against them. They snuck in through the back, expecting a victim. Instead, they met a warrior at the front. This story is a powerful reminder that in a moment of crisis, our greatest weapon can be our mind. Sarah didn't have to fight them physically. She outsmarted them. She used psychology, surprise, and the power of community to protect herself. Her bravery is an inspiration to us all. What do you think you would have done in her situation? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories.